Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com. We are live. As you see, the co-host is back, ladies and gentlemen. Tony from Get the Tables is back in the building. We are here. We got a good show, a quick show for you today. We're not going to be here long today, but this is a show we've been planning on doing for about 2 weeks, and we just couldn't get together because of work and family issues and things like that. So we are here to do it now. We're going to give you the latest in the NBA. We're going to give our opinions on who makes the playoffs or the play-in for the West. The East is pretty much set, but the West is still kind of up in the air with 3 games left. We got the latest in the XFL with 3 games left in the XFL, and that South Division and that North Division is looking pretty tough. Anybody can make it now. It's pretty much only 2 teams eliminated. Everybody else still has a chance. Then we got the main event, ladies and gentlemen, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. Which NBA era was the best? We're going to break it down in many ways. This should be a fun show. But before we get started, Tony, how your day going?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. Doing good. We talked off stream, and I told you that I'm in the garage in Texas. So a cricket, I purposely killed a cricket and left him there on purpose 2 days ago. Left him in the corner where I killed him, right? Just to see if he would still be there if I came back today. And I came back today and he is not there. Bruh. So something is going on in this garage. And I might be moving to the inside, buddy, because I don't do that. I don't do creatures at all. So, yeah, we might be moving inside for the summer because, yeah, that's a lot. Something got him. I don't know what got him, but something definitely got him. How's the weather down there in San Antonio?
It's actually not too bad. It's like in the 70s right now, 76 right now. So, I mean, it's just kind of humid a little bit. Yeah. It's been kind of with this funky rain and stuff, but not too bad. I can't complain.
So you guys getting storms too today?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think we're going to get storms, but it's definitely, I mean, the sun's now just coming out and it's almost noon, so
okay,
I can't complain. It's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot today though.
It is. So they telling us in Dallas that it's gonna get hot and it's gonna storm at the same time. So we're dealing with both of it right now. It's just, I don't like it. It's sticky out here. It feels like Houston right now.
Okay,
that's what it feels like. Real humid, and it's like everything is sticking to you. Bugs all over the windshield. I didn't have to clean my windshield so many times a day. It's just driving this morning, so it's ridiculous, man. But let's get into it. First of all, let's start off. Shout out to the UConn men's basketball team winning another national championship last night with a dominating game. There's really not much to get into with that because it wasn't entertaining to me. I don't know if you saw anything from that game, but
it pretty much wasn't really a game.
Yeah,
UConn just kind of opened up the floodgates, and San Diego State couldn't keep up. Congrats to UConn. San Diego State, I think you got to give them their props as well.
Yeah,
I know they were a little bit of a favorite. I saw some analysts had them go into the championship game, but they had to come over some adversity themselves. Some people may think they don't even belong there because they won on a last minute shot.
Right.
But congrats to San Diego State. I wanted them to win because they're the underdog, and UConn's been there and won several titles already. So I was pulling for San Diego State, but congrats to UConn. They played a great game. But it just shows you that NCAA men's basketball, not so much the women, but the men, it's pretty wide open. Every year. You don't know who's going to make it. It's not like when we were a little bit, when we were kids, and it's always the Dukes and the North Carolinas and the Kentuckys and stuff like that. It's everyone's pretty much catching up with each other. So it's pretty cool to see how wide open it is every year.
Yeah. So shout out to UConn once again. Shout out to San Diego State for making it, man. You got to give them a hand claps for that. So give them a hand clap. Shout out to them. But the main event of the NCAA world was this right here. You see Angel Reese flashing hey, I'm about to get the ring, and the "you can't see me" to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is somebody who balled out and put her name on the map. She put women's basketball. Really, I say women's basketball is on the map anyway for people who actually watch it. I am a WNBA watcher. I've been preaching WNBA since 2018, but it's funny to me that people watch the NCAA women and then don't follow them to the WNBA. I just don't understand that. But it was a good game between Iowa and LSU. LSU dominated the first half, went up by 18 points, and Iowa tried to make a little run. Caitlin started catching fire in the third. Late in the third, she hit a couple of threes. They kind of brought it down a little bit to single digits, but at the end of the day, LSU was just too much, too powerful. And then the thing everybody is talking about is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Angel's doing her, you can't see me taunt that Caitlin was doing on South Carolina and Louisville. And then people in the media went crazy on Twitter. And I actually saved some of these people. And while I pulled them up, what was your thoughts on this whole situation?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we see this type of shit all the time in the men's game. I don't see why it's an issue with the women. I don't know if it's a racial thing.
Definitely.
But she did it, I think, the night before or 2 games ago or the game before that, where she did it to a South Carolina player. And I don't think it was South Carolina. Was it South Carolina, or was
she
it the
did
game
it to
before
South
then?
Carolina and Louisville players?
Okay. And apparently Angel Reese didn't take it very nice, and she was very upset about it. And I know she said that she's friends with the South Carolina player that she did that to, and she also said that this goes back when she was on
Maryland.
What team? Maryland. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. So it's been an issue between them two. It's not like she just just randomly picked her out to bully her or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But it's sports. We see this all the time. It happens on the pickup court when we're playing outside with our friends and we get into it, or high school, college, whatever. It's part of the game. Trash talking is part of the game, and
especially a championship game.
Exactly, and people blew it up out of proportion. And would I have taken that very nicely? Probably not. If I'm getting a hand showing the ring finger, I'm not gonna be happy with that. Of course, I'm sure Caitlin Clark wasn't happy to see that happen to her, but as a fan, you want to see this type of stuff because maybe more people will start tuning into the women's college game a little bit more, seeing that they're trash talking and doing stuff like that. But I didn't see an issue with it. I saw people blowing up about it. Definitely going crazy over it, over stupid stuff like that. I mean, we see this all the time in NBA. We see it in the NFL. You don't ever see anybody have issues with it, but apparently the women are supposed to be shaking hands and hugging and high-fiving each other all the time and not allowed to talk trash, it seems like. So I thought it was pretty silly.
Poetic Beauty on Twitch, how you doing? Ray on YouTube, what's good, man? So let me get into some of these people. Dave Portnoy he's the guy that invented Barstool Sports. I've been one on record to say Barstool Sports is the most trash sports place ever, in my opinion. It's the worst sports account, the worst, however you want to spend it, whatever you see them as in sports, the worst sports media company. They are trash, and this is why the owner of it, you know what he tweeted out? He tweeted out, classless piece of shit. Not hey, this is not a good call, you know, be more professional and all that stuff. And I went down all his tweets to see if he said the same thing about Caitlyn. Nothing when she did it. Nothing.
Right.
But as soon as it happened to Caitlyn, who handled it well, Caitlyn handled it well. She said it's part of the game. I lost.
Exactly.
And she just kept it going. But here you go, Dave Portnoy, classless piece of shit. And then you got Keith Olbermann, what a effing idiot. Talking about, this is a 60-year-old man talking about what, a junior in college?
Yeah.
A junior in college, a woman in college, calling her effing idiot. And then he tried to do a half-ass apology yesterday. Oh, I'm not familiar with the sport, with women's sports, basketball, and you know, I didn't realize that Caitlyn did it. And then he tried to spin it. Basically, then, well, you know, she's still wrong and all. Man, you know what I got to say about that?
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up. I know you can't hear the sound, Tony, but they hear the sound of The Rock yelling, shut up, B word. Because you don't get on here and just yell, what a effing idiot. You could have said, you know, man, I wish you would have been more professional or whatever. Something nice, even though I would have still disagreed with them because, like you said, it's sports. It's the highest of competition. It's a championship game. I mean, what was it? 80 million watching? How many people they said watched?
I'm not sure. I don't know the exact rating, but
I know the ratings were way higher than the men, and it was the highest thing. It was the highest rating of the day of anything that happened that day. So the world is watching, and you in a sold out arena. It's two of the best going at it, and yeah, they're gonna get heated. LSU told people from the beginning, before the game, hey, we saw what y'all did to South Carolina. We saw how you taunted Louisville. We're not gonna stand for that, especially after how you did South Carolina. Because South Carolina, even though that's our rival, they are SEC, and we're all family at the end of the day. So they made it known, hey, if we win, we're gonna taunt you just the same way you taunted them. Nobody had a problem with it, but as soon as Angel did it, she's trash. She's an effing idiot. She's a piece of shit. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I think
those
are probably the ones that really didn't probably watch the women's tournament and knew what was going on. I think those are the ones that were misinformed on what was going on, and I think they're just overreacting. Again. Call her a classless piece of shit is
and an effing idiot.
Pretty low. Yeah, an effing idiot. I mean, that's just that makes you look like an idiot. So again, it's Dave Portnoy. That dude is a troll. I mean, shouldn't really take him seriously. But calling someone like that a classless piece of shit is a little bit overboard. A little bit. I think he could have done better. That's just crazy.
Yeah, Danny Cannell from Sirius XM covering CBS Sports and Mad Dog Radio. He had negative tweets as well. So you know I'm here, you know, screenshotting these people.
Yeah.
Jose Ortiz calling her classless and all that stuff, saying Clark's parents should be proud and she was raised right. But Angels wasn't raised right? What are you saying? What are you trying to say here? Because Clark did the same thing again, but it's outrage now because it's happening to her from a black girl. And that's just, we got to just call it what it is. It's happening to her from a black girl. They didn't like it. You got Jill Biden talking about inviting Iowa to the damn White House like they won. Since when do the runner-ups get invited to the White House because they lost? That ain't never happened.
No.
But now we want to change up everything because of Caitlyn and Iowa and all this stuff. Now let me give love to Caitlyn because I don't want people to watch this and think I got a problem or I'm being racial biased towards Angel over Caitlyn. No, I'm gonna just call it what it is. Caitlyn is a baller. Caitlyn did her thing. She put first. I kind of struggle with saying she put women's basketball on the map, like I said earlier, because I watch WNBA. So I've seen people say, "Oh, we've never seen anybody like Caitlyn." It is storming hard out here. Said we never seen anybody like Caitlyn. We never seen anybody that could just off the dribble pull up and do this in women's basketball. And I'm like, first of all, that's a lie, because Dana Taurasi has been doing it for years. Arike Ogunbowale from the Dallas Wings has been doing it for years. She did it in college when she hit back-to-back game winners for Notre Dame in 2018 to get them their national championship. And she's in the WNBA doing it. Dana Taurasi has been doing this for I don't know how long now. And it's like people forget. You forget because you don't watch the WNBA.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that because, again, Caitlyn did her thing. She balled. And the stuff I seen her do, she was shooting back even further than sometimes Taurasi was shooting. So I would give her that. Her release is quicker than Taurasi's, in my opinion. But Taurasi has been doing this. So the people say, oh, she's the first person to ever do this and do that. That's not true. They've been doing it. You're just not watching. You're not paying attention. So, but
yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, you're right. I mean, no one's really paying attention to the women's game like that. So they weren't watching the whole tournament and knew the history and the rival, I guess, them two have right now.
Yeah, and it's been going on since they both entered college, from when it was Maryland versus Iowa all the way up to now. It's just it's a WWE storyline, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. There you go.
You want to put it like that? It's a WWE storyline, but yeah, I don't like how the goalpost is being changed, and it's crazy because Don Staley, after South Carolina lost, they asked her, "What do you think about this team? What do you want people to know about your team?" Which her team is mostly black girls, and she was like, "Hey, we're not thugs, we're not street fighters, we're not bar fighters and everything. We're not classless. We were raised right and all that." And it's funny, she said that, and people was like, "Oh, she's just salty because they lost, and she's making it about race." And she was like, "No, I'm just letting y'all know. Congrats to them, but I see what y'all write about us and my school because we have predominantly black players." And she was like, "It's a lot of people in this room that write articles that y'all think I don't see. And it's about us being classless, and it's about us being thugs, and it's not even talking about the game. So I'm here to let you know today, win or lose, we're not thugs, we're not classless, we're not what you say we are, these articles that you're writing." And then sure enough, the very next game, all these people come out, "Oh, Angel Reese is a thug. She's a piece of shit. She's a fucking idiot. She's classless." I'm like, you're just proving her point. And I'm like, how you not understanding that? And then Jill Biden, that shit really pissed me off. Jill Biden inviting Iowa to the freaking White House. They lost. You can't bring them the same day you bring LSU. None of the Super Bowl runner-ups got invited. None of the NBA championship runner-ups got invited. No other college team got invited. She ain't inviting San Diego State.
Yeah.
So stop this.
Only way I would be like, oh, okay, I see why she's doing it, is if she was like from Iowa, like she went to the school. Like, oh, okay, I see. I guess she's just she's an alumni. She's inviting them over there, but
still they lost.
They're really catering to Iowa, like they were like America's team or something. It's just it's crazy. It's saying how things have changed over the years in sports, and everything's everyone has to shake hands and hug it out after games now. No one's allowed to be upset, or there's rivalries are not supposed to happen in sports anymore, apparently. So it's
women's sports.
I think it's in general, but more. I mean, it's really pointed out in women. Like they feel like the women have to be hunky dory, skipping in daisies after they lose a game. They're not allowed to show emotions. It's just silly.
Yeah, man. But Richie Vargas said Ty Hill. Yeah, Ty Hill called out a couple of people. Shaq called out a couple of people that were attacking Angel. So yeah, it's been a big uproar. Ryan Clark.
Funny.
Yeah, talk about your mama and stuff. Ryan Clark. RG3, like it's a lot of people that's been going back and forth, and that's the only reason I decided to bring this up on the show, because it's just like it doesn't make sense that we're not even talking about LSU winning the championship, and we're not talking about the great NCAA tournament run that Caitlin Clark had. We're talking about the racial stuff, that everybody going back and forth with the racial stuff and how they judge black people versus how they judge Caucasian people, and it's just we're not even talking about the sport anymore. That's
overshadowing the game now.
Yeah, so I mean, congrats to both teams, man. Once again, Caitlin is a beast, and I believe she's returning next year because she's not eligible to enter the draft until 24, I believe. And I think it's the same with Angel, so I'm gonna have to go double check that. But I know both of them are returning, so we'll see, man. All I ask is for you people that's following these two now, follow them when they get to WNBA. Because they're doing the same thing. Follow Dana Taurasi, and you won't be saying, "Oh, we've never seen this before." Yes, you have. Dana Taurasi does it every season for the Phoenix Mercury. Enrique Agumbawale does it every season. Skylar Diggins does it. Hey, whatever. But I say they ran for WNBA season. Let's get into the rest of sports. We go talk a little bit of the NBA. Make our last prediction about who's going to get into the Western Conference play-in spot. A little bit of the XFL, and then the main event, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be, as you see on the screen, which era was the best. Let's get right into it. Hopefully this intro play. Let's go.
All right.
Staying perfect here. He said change category. You talking about on Twitch? It should be on sports already. I thought I did that already. Oh Lord, man. It's always something. Hold on, let me go to Twitch real quick. I think I just
it has you on 2K23.
Man, I think I probably did it just on YouTube. Well, when I did the stream, restream, it's supposed to automatically change both, and I guess it just changed YouTube today. Like, that was the least of my worries when it came to that, because restream normally does it for me. So you might have to find a new software to do double platforms here.
Doing you dirty, bro.
Man, that's crazy. And Richie been in here the whole time. Ain't gonna say nothing. He just go sit there and let me just look. Okay. All right, Richie. Next time you go live, we go see if you in the wrong category. You see if I come over there and help you, Richie. That's what we go do. All right. So it's on sports now. Yeah. All right. So let's get into the NBA. We got 3 games left in the season. The play-in tournament is starting next week, and the East is pretty much set. You have Milwaukee at 1, they're locked in. Boston, Philly, Cleveland, New York, all locked in. And then for that 6th spot, you got Brooklyn with 43 wins. They 43-35. They're going up with Miami, who's 41-37. And then right after that, you got Atlanta 39-39. Toronto is 39-39. Chicago is 38-40. And then everybody else is eliminated. So the play-in teams are there. We're just trying to figure out the seeding between Brooklyn, Miami, and Atlanta, and Toronto. And really, 7 through 10, we're trying to figure out the seeding. Do you have any updates or predictions on that as far as the seeding between the last 4 teams?
Well, you got to assume Brooklyn's in.
Well, are they going to be in the playoffs or the play-in?
playoffs. I think they'll be the 6th seed. I don't think they'll fall any further than the 6th. Unless they go, I mean, they would have to lose 3 straight in a row for them to even consider to go that low. And they've won 3 in a row right now. I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah.
Miami, I don't see them falling. I think Atlanta. I think if you are watching it right now, Chicago's on a winning streak. Who does Atlanta have left to play? Let's see. They still got to play. They play Chicago tonight. That's a huge game. That's a huge game for Chicago to catch some ground. Then they play Washington, Philly, Boston. Philly and Boston are the last 2 games of the season. So you would have to assume that more than likely,
I mean,
Boston and Philly will sit their players out.
Right.
More than likely, they're not going to probably play their top stars. So Atlanta has a good shot of staying in that spot where they're in now. But if anyone that can move up is Chicago, in my opinion. But that's, again, if Philly decides to play their stars and Boston, which I don't think they will. It's the last 2 games of the year. Don't want to risk injury over some fluky stuff. So I say right now, if I had to guess, I say it stays the same as of now. Yeah, I don't think anybody drops out. I don't think the Bulls get in. I think right now it stays the same.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. So I think it's going to stay the same. So that means 7 and 8 will play each other in the play-in. And then the loser of 7 and 8 will play the winner of 9 and 10. So
yeah,
in the play-in, if the play-in started today, what's up, D-Web on YouTube? If the play-in start today, Miami and Atlanta, who do you have?
Atlanta and Miami. I'm going Miami.
I think I'll take Miami too. Then Toronto versus Chicago, who do you have?
Oh man, I might have to go Toronto. I would say Toronto.
All right, so and then those 2 winners, I think I'm gonna take Chicago over Toronto, but I got Miami and Chicago. So once in your bracket, Miami and Toronto play for that 7th seed. Who you have winning, Miami or Toronto?
Miami.
All right, so you got Miami going to 7th seed and Toronto being the 8th seed. In my bracket, it'll be Miami and Chicago for the 7th seed. I think I'll take Miami as well. Yeah, I'll take Miami as well.
It's hard to pick against Miami, man.
Yeah, with the last 4 teams, yeah, it is. Now here we go to the West. This is just ridiculous. Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, Phoenix, LA Clippers with 41 and 38 at number 5. Golden State is 41 and 38 at number 6. LA Lakers are now 40 and 30 at number 7. Pelicans are number 8 at 40 and 30. Minnesota is 39 and 40. OKC is 38 and 41 at the 10th spot. And then on the outside looking in, you got the Mavericks, who just keep losing, 37 and 42, 1 game out. Then Utah is 2 games out, 36 and 42. Somehow the OKC Thunder just keep giving the Mavs hope, and I'm just like, dude, win a game so the Mavs can sit Kyrie and Luka, because the Mavs are not. I'll let you give your predictions. Go ahead. What you what you have on that?
As of now, if I'm looking at it, I think, oh man, it's crazy to think this, but I think Golden State drops out of the top 6, and the Lakers go up to the 6th seed.
Ooh.
And I think then we have the Warriors at 7, Pelicans at 8, T-Wolves at 9, and Thunder at 10.
So the Thunder play Phoenix tonight.
I think that's a loss. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with your Mavs, bro. So
it's Jason Kidd, bro.
You can't blame everything on.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can. Atlanta game. Jason Kidd. We went down 16 points to Atlanta. They were just killing the paint. Jason Kidd finally decided, I'm going to play Christian Wood and I'm going to play JaVale McGee. And we came back and forced overtime with no problem. Them boys got tired in overtime, and they got screwed low key. They got screwed with some BS calls, but it is what it is. Make your free throws, you wouldn't make it to you wouldn't have to go to OT. But if Jason Kidd would have been playing Wood and McGee a long time ago, and Hardy versus Dwight Powell, who's giving you 1 rebound in freaking 30 minutes, and Maxi Kleber giving you 5 points in 36 minutes, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Because OKC keep losing somehow. I don't know why they losing, but they keep losing games that keep giving the Mavericks hope. And maybe Jason Kidd finally saw the last game. If I play McGee and Wood, we look way better on defense. Because JaVale McGee is a legit 7-footer that can jump out the gym. He might not catch all the reads, but people still know that he's in the paint.
I mean, you're right. I'm not going to disagree with you on the type of decisions Jason Kidd has been making.
It's his fault. It's
but
his fault.
I will say this: who missed the free throw to tie the game?
Christian Wood.
Okay, then. So
It
you
happens.
gotta have some accountability on the players as well.
I said they missed free throws.
I will say Jason Kidd is not making the smartest moves. I don't know why he's not playing certain players. You paid all this money for Christian Wood, and you're not giving him the type of playing time that he probably deserves. I don't really watch Mavs basketball. That's your thing because you live in that Dallas area. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the Mavericks are really. I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like they're really clicking right now. You thought the Kyrie change was going to be the all be all. That was going to skyrocket him. Deep into the playoffs.
I thought it was gonna be
possible. I'm not saying you, but other analysts were thinking that was the trade of the year. Oh, they're gonna become this contender now.
Should have been.
And they should have. With the two best, arguably, players in the game. You thought it would work it out. Kyrie wanted to go to Dallas, wanted to play with Luka. Luka wanted Kyrie. It was a match made in heaven. But it just seems like once that move was made, bonehead decisions were made with the starting five, who plays when.
That was before that.
Who plays where. I mean, it got really noticeable once Kyrie got there. Because then you were thinking Kyrie was going to you thought this was just going to change the organization. Everyone thought, all Luka needs is someone to help him. You need someone to take over a ball game when Luka can't. Mm-hmm. And that's what Kyrie was there for. He was that second, or it depends on where you have them labeled. 1 or 2, whoever you want to play them.
It's Luka's team regardless.
That's what you thought was going to change. Now, it's Jason Kidd's fault to an extent. I don't know what else is going on in the locker room. I don't know why other. True. I mean, you got to put most of the blame probably on Kidd, but you got to put some of on the players as well, or the people who he's playing.
Who's playing these? So let me ask you this:
if you're playing, like, okay, let me and look, and he's the one that's being hard headed and not making changes.
He's
right?
Stubborn as hell.
Right. If Keebler, who else is playing over him?
Dwight Powell, Reggie Bullock.
They're not performing to their potential or what they should be. It's a Jason Kidd in there. That's their problem. It's not Jason Kidd that is not going out there and playing like shit. It's them. And he should be making those moves. For whatever reason why, he's not. But you got to hold them accountable, right? Keebler not playing well. Bullock not playing well. Bullock had a pretty good year last year, didn't he not?
That was last year.
I'm just saying.
He started off the year being trash. And he had he had a decent little run right before All-Star break. And then he went right back to being trash again. But you know what Jason Kidd actually decided to do? Oh, we're not going to bench you like we bench everybody else. We're just going to move your 6'6" ass to power forward. And you're going to start at power forward at 6'6", even though we know you're not – the interior defense is getting killed. But we're going to put you, a 6'6" player, at power forward because you can play defense and you can shoot threes. But you're not making the threes. And you're not playing the defense because you're going up against the Anthony Davis of the world. You're going up against all these big men who you're not supposed to be guarding. Then on top of that, Dwight Powell. Let me see how tall Dwight Powell is.
think he's like 6'9".
He's 6'10", 6'10" at center.
6'10", okay.
So you got a six, and I think they're lying on that. 6'10" and a 6'6" guy playing your 4 and 5. Dwight Powell, they do pick and rolls. They hand him the ball. He's in the middle of the paint. I went to the game where Kyrie and Luka went off on against Philly. Dwight Powell's in the middle of the paint. Plenty of times wide open. The fans are yelling, shoot the ball. He's not even trying. It's not even trying. Why are you starting? And we have JaVale McGee and Christian Wood, who is clearly better than Dwight Powell. Why is he starting? If our interior defense is getting killed, why are you starting a 6'6" guy and a 6'10" guy that's giving you 3 rebounds a freaking game?
Yeah, seeing their stats right now, it's pretty weird that you don't see them playing the bigger guys, because y'all are 30th in the league in rebounds.
Thank you.
So it's
I starting center average 3 rebounds a game.
It's weird how Kid
Getting mad
is not making any adjustments to help the team out when other players are not playing up to their potential. The Dwight Powell, seen him play a couple times, obviously, because they played the Spurs.
Right.
He's not a bad player, but he's not going to hold his own against the guys like Anthony Davis or Joel Embiid.
Not even close.
A big man like that. So yeah, even if JaVale McGee is is not going to help you offensively,
but he does.
At times.
He's given the few times he's played, he's literally giving you more in his 12 minutes than Dwight Powell has the whole game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's probably a better player to play on Dwight. Dwight should not be playing the 5. He should be playing the 4.
Reggie should be playing the 4.
Even that, maybe he shouldn't be playing at all. I don't know. But obviously, Kid has this mindset of going and playing small ball. He's trying to do what the Warriors did for so long that made them so good. By playing small ball, having a 4 out of 5 and a 3 out of 4. They're having everyone out of position to hope that the offensive game can pick up. But it's not working, and Jason Kidd needs to be held accountable as well as the players that he's playing and not playing well. They should be sitting. That's how you hold them accountable. You sit them. For whatever reason, Kidd is not doing it.
Let me ask you this. If Reggie Bullock, you're starting 4, goes 1 for 9 in a game that you need, Jaden Hardy, a rookie, goes 3 of 8, and he got 12 points. Reggie Bullock has 4 points in the fourth quarter. You going to play Reggie Bullock 38 minutes and only play Jaden Hardy 12?
Probably not. But again, it's Jason Kidd. He's probably doing the whole, veteran status type of deal. He's young. He's a rookie. Probably doesn't trust him.
Okay, so he don't trust Tim Hardaway, who's giving you 25 off the bench. You rather play Reggie Bullock over Tim Hardaway?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with him and Tim Hardaway. I know they thought about trading him, so maybe there's some animosity between the two, and there's something going on. If he's not playing Hardaway, who is also obviously going to help them win games or at least contribute, then there's something going on. Because you don't just not play someone who's going to help you win ball games. Something's going on.
It's 3 people Kid ain't playing. It's 4 people Kid playing that's not playing that's going to help us win ball games. Well, we'll see if that changed Wednesday.
But Jason Kidd's not going anywhere. They're not going to fire him.
Not after one. Nah, he went to the Western Conference Finals last year. He overcoached them last year, and he's effing up the season this year. So he needs at least one more year to figure out what's going on.
They're not going to fire him. Yeah, they're not going to fire him. But if this happens next year, because I doubt y'all keep Kyrie. Like, I don't think Kyrie's going to stay. He'll probably move on to another team. Who knows? Could be anyone.
We'll see.
But he's not gonna. My reliable wrestling source. I don't. Zero knows. I don't. What the hell? I don't even follow them. What the hell? I see Kid is gonna have to really do coaching next year as well when he doesn't have a 1-2 stars on their team. Well, maybe they get someone to come back over here, but.
Yeah, I know.
Really gonna have to coach.
I know he's testing free agency, but he'll be back unless something just crazy happened these last 3 games. So right now,
okay, all right,
7, 8, 9. I'm pretty confident, and the reason I am confident is because Kyrie's love for Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison, and then the fact that he's enjoyed his time here. The media has treated him well. He's treated the media well. He's been at peace, as he say. He loves it here. He loves the weather here compared to New York and Boston is what he said. I mean, he has a lot of good praise here, and he loves the players. Actually, believe it or not, and the locker room loves him. Everybody is, in love right now. But I know he's testing free agency according to the report that came out yesterday. But I still think he's just doing that just to get the super max here in Dallas, and just to see what his work really is, out there outside of Dallas. So I think he'll be back. LA number 7, 40-38. You said you have LA moving up to 6, right?
Yes.
Who did you pick for that 10th spot, Dallas or OKC?
Man, it's tough, bro.
We kind of got off track, but yeah.
Right. I want to say Oklahoma City.
It should be.
But they got Phoenix tonight. Mavs still got another game against the Spurs, and the Spurs are gonna tank that game. They ain't gonna win that game. Dallas has another win right there.
We got the Kings.
Chicago Kings. It depends on if they play their. You play them what? You play them tomorrow.
Wednesday, yeah.
Do the Kings have a chance of moving up? If they do,
no. Actually,
so maybe
they do.
Well, they do, kind of, yeah. In a way, if Memphis starts to losing again,
yeah.
I guess it all depends on. They're gonna have to pay attention to what Memphis does. If Memphis loses tonight, then I think maybe the Kings still play their starters, because you have to think soon these teams are not gonna play their starters. They're gonna sit them, get them ready for the playoffs. The Kings may be on a different mindset, and maybe Coach Brown just has them play their starters throughout the season. Doesn't want to mess up the cohesive unit that he has, because they're playing well. So why change what you're doing now? Just keep it going. But I you know what? I feel like Mount Dallas will make it to that 10th seed, but they won't make the playoffs. If that makes sense.
All right. So in your bracket, it'll be Golden State and New Orleans.
Yes.
Going at it, and then Minnesota and Dallas. So Golden State, New Orleans, who you have winning that game?
Golden State.
All right, so they'll be 7th seed. I did the Eastern wrong. We have to do the East again. So I did the bracket wrong. So Golden State will be the 7th seed in your eyes, and then the Pelicans will play the winner between the 9 and 10th seed, which is Minnesota and Dallas. Who you got winning between Minnesota and Dallas?
You know what? Looking at it now, I have the Lakers going all the way up to the 5th seed.
Wow.
I think they beat the Clippers, which then would drop Clippers to the 6th.
Push. Look, I knew Push was gonna say something. I was waiting on it. That's why he was saying that.
I mean, Clippers on a little losing streak. It looks like the Lakers are finding their little gain there. People have the Lakers like maybe the title or going all the way to the finals.
I mean, they have.
I'm not on that boat, but I do think the Clippers lose tonight to the Lakers.
I mean, like, who honestly wants to see the Lakers in the first round with a healthy Davis, LeBron? I knew Push was gonna say. I think the Clippers win just based off of Westbrook. That's a revenge game for Westbrook.
Okay, all right. But if I'm looking at it, I have Lakers at 5, Clippers at 6, which would probably be a better matchup for the Clippers against the Kings, and then you have Warriors at 7. And then if you're asking me between the Timberwolves and Mavs, I got the Wolves at the 8th seed.
Okay, so it'll be New Orleans versus the Timberwolves for the last spot in the playoffs. Who you got?
Damn. You know what? I'm going to go Pelicans. I'll do Pelicans. So I have Nuggets, Memphis, Sacramento, Phoenix, Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, Pelicans.
I mean, the Pelicans been super hot, so you gotta go with the Pelicans on that.
Then you would get that dream matchup in the first round, Memphis and Golden State.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be nice. I want to see LA. I want to see the Lakers versus the Kings too. That's old school for me. We gonna talk about the 2000s NBA later on, but that's nostalgia for me. You said LA. You know what, man? You got me thinking about LA replacing Golden State now.
I think it happens, man.
Let me see.
I think it happens.
Let me see their last few games. So they play. Come on, ESPN. Don't start going slow. I know the weather bad. So they play OKC. Golden State. Oh, I said OKC play Phoenix. I'm sorry, they play Golden State. I think Golden State is going to beat OKC tonight. Then they got Sacramento Friday. I mean, like you said, Sacramento might not play their players. I think Golden State is going to remain in that 6th seed. Looking at that schedule, I think they beat OKC tonight, and I think they beat Portland and Sacramento as well. So, Golden State 6th seed. So that means for me, it'll be Lakers and Pelicans 7 and 8. It should be easy to say Timberwolves and OKC for 8-9. I mean for 9 and 10. But OKC for some reason they just can't finish Dallas. They keep losing the games to finish us and keep us in there.
That's why I honestly think that.
And I think they losing tonight. That's
OKC has the Suns tonight. I think they lose.
No, they got the Warriors. I messed up and I thought
if they play the Warriors, that's a loss.
I thought it was the Suns.
So I honestly think that the Mavs are going to benefit from OKC not winning games.
I don't trust the Mavericks though.
I don't either, but I feel like the Mavs have an easier schedule than the Thunder. They got that game against the Spurs. Last game of the season probably will be the game. If the Mavs win, they're in.
So
and they're going to win.
OKC, if they win 2, the Mavs are out. If they lose 1, I'm sorry. If OKC lose 1. The Mavs out. If the Mavs lose 1, the Mavs out. I keep saying that wrong again. Let me try that one more time.
All right, one more time.
If the Mavs win all 3 and OKC lose 1, the Mavs are in. If OKC wins 2 games, the Mavs are out. Or if the Mavericks lose 1 game, they're out. Rob, I'm gonna take your. Shut up, Rob.
Okay, so Mavs got Chicago, they got the Spurs. And they got another team. Who else did they play? I saw it on here. I had it up on.
You said the Mavericks?
Yeah, the Mavericks play Sacramento, Chicago, Spurs.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough.
Because Chicago's still playing for a spot.
Spurs, it's a win.
That's the only one that you can say.
I think
the Spurs play us tough too.
Bro. So Spurs play y'all tough, but y'all should win. You know what? I think y'all don't make it.
That's what I'm saying.
Those remaining games, that's tough. And then Oklahoma City plays Golden State, Utah, Memphis. Damn, that's not easy either.
Because Utah is still trying to make it as well.
I could see Oklahoma City losing all 3 of those games.
That's what we need. But the Mavericks got to win. That's the thing. I don't trust the Mavericks to win. I feel like OKC is going to lose 2 out of 3, and the Mavs are still going to not make it. That's how I'm feeling.
I could see that happening as well. No, I don't. I think y'all beat the Spurs. Okay. The Spurs are going to sit everybody, dude. They're not trying to get out of that top 5 pick. That's just one game out of 3.
I think we win 1 out of 3, and they lose 2 out of 3 and still make it.
I could see it.
Yeah. So in my bracket, I got LA, New Orleans. If they go head to head, I'm picking LA, the Lakers.
Yep.
And then, so the Lakers will be 7th seed. If I have Minnesota and OKC, Minnesota hasn't looked great, but OKC hasn't either. I will pick Minnesota just because they will have home court. And then the winner of Minnesota and OKC will face the loser of LA and New Orleans, which is the Pelicans in my bracket. And I got the Pelicans beating Minnesota and getting the 8th spot.
Yeah, I think we both have the Pelicans making the playoffs.
So it'll be the last 2 will be the Lakers and the Pelicans.
Yeah, I got it. The last 2 being the Warriors and the Pelicans.
There it is. So
and the Lakers at 5 and Clippers at 6.
So let's redo the East because I did the bracket wrong. I hate to play in trying to remember how it works out. So 7 and 8 seed play. The winner is the 7th seed, and the loser plays the winner of the 9-10 seed for the 8th spot. So I think we did it wrong.
If I'm having to guess, I would say Miami. In Toronto.
I got Miami and Chicago. So we still end up with the same
I don't want Atlanta to make it. Fuck them.
Dang. We ended up with the same team still. So good. Let's move on real quick. Get into the XFL. Transitions working today. We're doing good today. We're just, mumbling over a little bit of these, these standings and stuff, man. But it's a lot to get into. Week 7 in the books. The Seattle Sea Dragons, and Josh Gordon, Ben DiNucci move to 5-2 as they take out the Renegades 24-15 in Arlington. I was at that game. Renegades are now 3-4. Sea Dragons, they're keeping playoff hopes alive in that North. That North is tough. The Brahmas move to 2-5 as they lose to the Vipers 26-12. Vegas get their second win. Vegas are now 2-5. That game was in Vegas. The DC Defenders, this was crazy. They lost their first game of the season to the only team that hasn't had a win in the season. The Defenders lose 36-37 in Orlando to the now 1-6 Guardians, which is crazy.
Wow.
Good game. I actually watched that game. That was a good game. And of course I was at the Renegades game. I watched the Vipers game too with the Brahmas. The only one that I really didn't catch all of was this one right here, the Battlehawks and the Roughnecks. Roughnecks are now losers of 3 straight. They started off 4-0, now they're 4-3, and it's not looking like they're locked for home field advantage in the South to make the playoffs to get that home field advantage now. Since they ain't lost 3 straight. Battlehawks are 5-2, keeping it up in the North. So right now the standings in the North, the DC Defenders are 6-1, and then you got a 2-way tie for that last spot with the Battlehawks and the Sea Dragons, both at 5-2. Then in the South, you still got Houston right now 4-3 as the top team and the home team in the playoffs. But you have the 3-4 Renegades and the 2-5 Brahmas. So let's get into week 8. Make our predictions. You got the 2-5 Vipers taking on the Battlehawks, who was 5-2 in St. Louis. Who you got on that one?
Man, the Battlehawks, man. In that home field too, they're gonna probably pack that stadium. I'm gonna go Battlehawks.
I got the Battlehawks as well. They're favored by 6.5 points. Yes, sir, Rob. I forgot to mention that Sea Dragons did pick up Philip Lindsay as well, so they're going for it this year. Philip Lindsay, former Broncos running back, who was a beast. You put him on the XFL roster with Ben DiNucci and Josh Gordon, they're about to really take off. The Renegades 3-4 taking on the Orlando Guardians, who just picked up their first win over the best team in the league.
Fuck it, let's go Guardians. 2 in a row.
Yeah, man. I got the Renegades, man. The Renegades. Orlando is actually favored by 1. That's crazy. I got the Renegades picking that win up. This is a big game for your Brahmas, man. You're taking on the Roughnecks. You have a chance to keep playoff hopes alive. 4-3 Roughnecks in San Antonio versus 2-5 Brahmas. Who you got?
Let's go Brahmas on Easter Sunday. I got them.
Houston is favored by 4. I'm taking Houston. I don't think they're going to lose 4 straight. I hope y'all actually win, though, but I think Houston is going to win. The DC Defenders in probably the most important game of the year. Well, this week for sure. DC Defenders 6-1 taking on the Sea Dragons 5-2 in Seattle.
Ooh, that should be a good game. I'll still stick with DC. They slipped and lost to a team they probably
had no business losing.
I felt that they could just walk in and win blindfolded if they wanted to. But yeah, I think they recover and win.
I'm gonna take the Sea Dragons.
Okay. I feel like you got to go with DC after that horrible, embarrassing loss. You come out, got some motivation. They've been riding through the season pretty easily. They needed some motivation. They got it. Yeah, that loss.
Seattle is pretty hot though right now, and then they steady adding weapons. So I'm gonna take Seattle at home, and Seattle's gonna take over that number 1 spot, and it's gonna be a 3-way tie actually for the North, because all these teams are gonna be 6-2 after this week. So that is the XFL. Let's get into the main event of the day. I almost said evening. I forgot it's still morning time here. The main event of the show. Which NBA era was the best? 2000s, 90s, or the 2010s? Let's get into it. Yes, sir. We are here. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We've been talking about this for about 2 weeks. And it started because we did a choosing game, and part of that choosing game was Steph Curry versus Isaiah Thomas, and that led to a whole 90s, 2000s, 2010s NBA debate. So today we're going to do NBA. Next week I plan on doing it with the NFL, but we're going to decide, we're going to do this with the NBA, and we're just going to start off with, I think Tony is a 90s guy.
Yeah.
I love the 90s as well, but I think I'm picking the 2000s, but we'll see once we break this all down. So let's go to the 90s all-decade team, and we're going to start with guard, and then we're going to just do, you want to do it each guard or each player from division and match them up like that and give them a point.
We can do that. Yeah,
all right.
Do that.
So for the 90s, you got Gary Payton. For the 2000s, you got Chris Paul. For the 2010s, you got Steph Curry. Let me mark this down so I can get the numbers.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gonna make you think on this one.
It's all like how you want your team to be, how you want them to. Is it Paul the affiliated who will pass? I mean, you got Peyton who's good at defense. Curry shoots threes. You know what? Just because I don't know who else you're gonna put on there, I'm gonna go as of now point guard Curry.
All right, so you got Curry on that one. I got CP3.
Okay.
On mine, so the 90s is down a point. Then I know this one's gonna be easy for you. You got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant.
Oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna go Michael. Part of me wants to pick Kobe, but I'm gonna go Michael.
I'm gonna take Mike as well. So hold on, I got too many notes. You picked Curry first, right?
Curry, Jordan.
All right. And I got CP3, 3 and Jordan. Bet. Let's keep it going. Charles Barkley, LeBron James, or LeBron James. Which version of LeBron James? You want the 2000s or the 2010s?
2010s is what, Miami?
Yeah.
That version, 2010 LeBron.
Yeah. I got LeBron 10s as well. All right, let's keep it moving. Karl Malone for the 90s. Dirk Nowitzki, James Harden.
I've always been a Dirk guy. I'm gonna go Dirk.
I'm taking Dirk as well. David Robinson, Dwight Howard, Kawhi Leonard.
D-Rob, bro. D-Rob in his prime was unreal.
Yeah, I'm taking David Robinson as well. Scottie Pippen, Dwayne Wade, or a 2010 version of CP3.
Dwayne Wade.
I'm biased when it comes to Wade, but I still think Wade is one of the top 4 or 5 shooting guards ever to play the game. Even though I can't stand him that much as a Mavericks fan, I'm gonna take Wade as well. Dang, I hate that. I'm gonna take Wade as well. That sucks.
Wade all the way, man.
John Stockton, Anthony Davis. Hold on, I'm skipping. John Stockton, Steve Nash, Anthony Davis.
The thing with Davis is that man's always hurt. Stockton was good. Nash, man, he was unbelievable. I'm gonna go Stockton.
Really? Over Nash?
Yeah.
I got Nash. Yeah, I got Nash. Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Russell Westbrook.
Ray. And I hate Ray Allen because he hit that 3 on the Spurs. But man, Ray Allen, gotta go Ray Allen.
I mean, 2010's Russ was a different beast. I'm taking Westbrook. All right, let's keep it moving.
Ray Allen.
Grant Hill, Paul Pierce, or Carmelo Anthony.
Ooh.
I got Melo.
People don't remember Grant Hill in his prime, though.
He stayed hurt. Grant was a beast, but he stayed hurt.
I'm going to go Melo.
All right. These are the all-decade team members for the people that's just joining, by the way. Dennis Rodman, Kevin Garnett, Blake Griffin.
KG.
I'm KG all the way on that one as well. Even though Dennis was
another character, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Shaq, Tim Duncan, or LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know I'm gonna go bias here. I'm gonna go Duncan. Shaq in his prime though was unstoppable, but I'm gonna go Duncan. That's my boy.
So you taking? Yeah, me too. I'm taking Tim Duncan too. Tim Duncan is the greatest big man to ever play, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
You know it. You see
yeah.
that picture right there, Duncan in the back. You know it. Yeah, of course.
In the 90s, you got Dale Curry. In the 2000s, you got Carmelo Anthony. 2010s, you got Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
I got Kobe as well. And then the head coach. Actually, hold on. Let me see. They didn't give me a head coach for the 2010s, but let's just do the 90s and the 2000s head coach. Phil Jackson versus Greg Popovich.
Oh. Gotta go with Pop, baby.
I've been arguing with people for years because I think Pop is the greatest coach ever. Yeah, let's just say Steve Kerr. Yeah, Rob, you might as well.
Pop, Greg Popovich.
I'm still taking Pop as well. So that is the all decades team. Let's get to the dunk contest winners. In the 90s, Dominique Wilkins, Vince Carter. This is the very first winner in the 90s, 2000s.
Vince Carter.
So Dominique, Vince Carter, Nate Robinson. You got Vince?
Vince Carter, yeah. That man changed the dunk contest.
I'm with you on that one. I ain't gonna argue. D. Brown, Desmond Mason, Blake Griffin.
Is that the one when he dunked over the car? Blake Griffin?
Yeah, that's the only one he won, yeah.
Dude, Desmond and Mason.
I'm taking Mason.
I'm gonna go Desmond Mason. Yeah.
All right. I'm just sitting there trying to add all these up. I'm writing them down so we can add them up. Cedric Sabalas, Jason Richardson, and Terrence Ross.
Jason Richardson.
Yep, I'm with you on that. Harold Miner, Fred Jones, John Wall.
Harold Miner is known for what the back dunk. Can't remember what the exact terms of the name of the dunk is. Harold Miner. Who was the other one? Harold Miner. I know the third one was
John Wall and Fred Jones.
Fred Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
Harold Miner was cold, especially for that time. John Wall had one good dunk, but it was the dunk that won the game. Because the way they did it that year, all you needed was one dunk, which was stupid.
Yeah.
You got Fred Jones. All right, let me write yours down. I'm going to take Harold Miner.
Okay, that's not a bad pick.
because I think he was before his time a little bit. Isaiah Ryder, Nate Robinson, Zach Levine twice.
Oh, Levine.
Yeah. I was trying to think about Nate Robinson, but yeah, Zach gotta win that. Brent Berry, Gerald Green, Glenn Robinson II.
Gerald Green.
I got Gerald as well. Kobe, Dwight Howard, Donovan Mitchell.
I'm gonna go Dwight.
I'm trying to think of the dunks they did. Yeah.
Kobe's was kind of simple in that time frame. I mean, like,
he just went between the legs that one time.
Yeah, between the legs.
Rob said Mitchell. Wow.
I don't really remember Mitchell's dunk contest. So that's why I'm going Dwight Howard.
I got Dwight as well. The 90s didn't have a 98 or 99 or 99 dunk contest, so I took those out. Nate Robinson, so that counts as the Nate Robinson last win. And the guy named from the 2010s, I can't even say his name. I don't even know who he is. So, I said Dwight is always debated. So let's move on to 3-point champions. Craig Hodges, 3-time champion. Jeff Hornacek, Paul Pierce.
Craig Hodges.
I got Craig as well. Let's see, 1, 2. Oh, Craig Hodges again. Ray Allen and James Jones.
Ray Allen.
I'm gonna take Ray too. I'll take Ray too. Craig Hodges again. Peja Stojakovic, Kevin Love.
Peja.
I'm gonna take Peja on that one. Mark Price, Peja Stojakovic, Kyrie Irving.
Mark Price.
Okay. I still got Peja. Glenn Rice, Vashawn Leonard, or Marco Bellinelli.
What was it there? First one again?
Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice, yeah.
I got Glenn on that as well. Tim Legler, wow. Tim Legler, Quentin Richardson, Steph Curry.
Oh, Curry.
I got Steph on that one as well. Steve Kerr, Dirk Nowitzki, or Klay Thompson.
Dirk.
And 3-point shooting?
Yeah.
I want to take Dirk. I want to be biased, but I'm taking Klay. Let me see. Jeff Hornacek, Jason Capono, Eric Gordon.
Hornacek.
Taking Jeff as well. And then again, they didn't do 99 or 98, so I kind of, just to be fair, I skipped those. But you had Daquan Cook and Paul Pierce versus Devin Booker and Joe Harris. So I skipped those just because the 90s didn't have a 98 or 99, just to make it fair. NBA champs. This is the last category. NBA champs. Pistons, Lakers.
Pistons, Lakers. 2010 Lakers, that's what, Kobe and Gasol?
Yeah.
2000s. Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And then we have the Bulls, the Lakers again in 2000, and the Mavs.
Bulls? I'm going to go Bulls.
It's tough because that Laker team was crazy.
I mean, I could say Lakers again easily, but I think Bulls. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Bulls.
that Lakers team was crazy. But I got the Bulls on that one. The Bulls again, the Lakers again, and the first championship for Miami.
Bulls.
So this is the last of the three-peat for the Bulls. I mean for the Lakers, and it's the second of the three-peat for the Bulls. And then this is Miami first win. Miami's out, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bulls. The third championship for the Lakers. Who did they beat?
Third one.
They beat New
Pacers?
Jersey. They beat.
Maybe it was the Pacers. Might have been New Jersey.
The Jersey was first, I believe. And then the Pacers. No, they beat the 76ers.
Yeah, I think it was the Nets. I think the Nets were the last one. I think they made it back-to-back years. Remember, and then they played the Spurs the other year. Spurs beat them.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bulls too. Then, the '90s. You got the Rockets' first run. You got the Spurs, and then you got Miami's second run.
Spurs 2000s.
I got the Rockets.
Second run, I have to go Heat.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. The Rockets' second run. You got the Pistons of the 2000s, and then you got the Spurs of the 2010s. The team that beat Miami.
Spurs. That team was great. With Duncan and Kawhi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Spurs too. Yeah. All right, this is tough. And then the '90s, you got the first of the three-peats again with the Bulls, and then you have the Miami Heat, 2006 Miami Heat, and then you got the Golden State Warriors first championship.
Golden State Warriors first championship. The first one was the Bulls, you said?
Yeah, the Bulls on their second three-peat. This is their first win with Rodman and all them.
Bulls.
I got Bulls as well. I'm trying to make sure I keep it in order. Bulls' second win of the late 90s. The Spurs in the 2000s. And then the Cavs, LeBron's Cavs.
It's with Kyrie and Kevin.
Yeah.
Bulls.
All right, hold on. Make sure I'm getting them all. I'm with you on that. Let's see. The Bulls third. The what's the one they call the document? What they do? The Last Ride. The Last Ride Bulls third championship. The 08 Celtics. The Warriors first championship of the back-to-back in 2010.
Warriors. Yeah, Warriors.
Got the Bulls. I got the Bulls. The Spurs in the 90s. The Lakers in the 2000s. And the Raptors.
Lakers.
Now that Spurs team had what? Mario Elie, Sean Elliott, Johnson, David Robinson, and
compared to the other ones. Yeah, Duncan's like first year. I think it was his second year. Lakers.
All right, I'm gonna take the Lakers as well. All right, let me add this up now. Good Lord, this is gonna be tough. Let me go all the way back. Let me add this up. I'm gonna have to write another note. I wish I could put it on screen so y'all can see it. Let me start another note real quick so I can add these up. So you got Curry versus, this is starting with the 90s, and this is starting with the all-decade team. You got Curry, so 2000s got one. Actually, let me put these in order so I can. 2000s. And then 10s. So we got Curry 1, Jordan 1. So 1 for the 90s and 1 for the 2010s on the all-decade team. CP3 and Jordan. So we got 1 for the 90s again. And then this is the 2000s CP3 that we put. So 1 for the 2000s. We both got the LeBron's 2010 LeBron. So that's 2 for them. We both got Dirk, 2000s Dirk. So that's 2 for the 2000s. We both got Robinson, so that's 2 for the 90s. We both got Wade, so that's 2 for the 2000s. Somebody better have a calculator out. We both got Stockton, so that's... No, you got Stockton, and I got Nash, 2000 Nash, so that's 1-1. You got Ray Allen, and I got Westbrook. I think we both picked Melo. Yes, we both picked Melo. So that's 2000s Melo. That's 2 for them. KG Tim. Hold on, let me go back to this other note. Make sure I got the right one. What was the... Let me go back. KG and Tim. KG and Tim. KG and Tim. Let me make sure I add it up right. So the 90s didn't get nothing on that. KG and Tim. Okay, that's 2000s. All right. Just making sure we didn't put no 90s Tim on this list. That's 2. And then we got 2 for Tim. So that's another 2. We both picked KG. We both picked Tim. We both picked Kobe. So that's 2 more. Right now, the 2000s is dominating this list. I just want you to know.
That's what I figured.
We both picked Coach Pop. So that's 2000s as well. That's 2 more points for him. Then let's get into the dunk contest. We both picked Mason. So that's 2 more points for the 2000s. We both picked Jason Richardson. So that's 2 more for the 2000s. You picked Fred Jones and I picked Harold Miner. So 90s get 1. 2000s get 1. You picked Zach LaVine. I picked Gerald Green.
Yep.
So 2000s get 1. 2010s get 1. Then you got Dwight. We both picked Dwight Howard 2010. So that's 2 more for the 2000s. Then let's get to shooting. Let me get that list up. Make sure we got that right. 3-point champs. We both picked Craig Hodges the first time. So let me get a 90s. 2 points right there. And then we both got Ray Allen. Was that 90s? Was he 90s? Let me go back. Ray Allen. 3-point shooting. Gotta be. No, Ray Allen was 2000s. We both picked Ray Allen over the second Craig Hodges run. Okay. So Ray 2000s get 2 points. Right there. Then we both picked Peja. So that's 2 more points. And then you picked Mark Price for 1, and I still picked Peja on that one. So that's 1. I picked Glenn Rice. I think we both picked Glenn Rice. Let me go back and look. 3 point. Where is Glenn Rice? Glenn Rice went up against Peja. Yeah, we both picked Glenn Rice. So, okay, 90s. All right, 90s. Getting 2 points here. 2010s is just dead. I can't do that now. 2010s is dead. We both picked Steph. So that's 2. You picked Dirk. I picked Clay. So 2010s finally got something else on the board. And then who's the last one? I think it was Jeff Hornacek that you picked. You picked Jeff Hornacek. We actually both picked Jeff Hornacek. So the 90s got 2. Now let's move on to the championship teams. We both picked the Lakers. So that's 2 more points. We both picked the Bulls on the next one. So that's 2 for the 90s. We both picked the Bulls again. So that's 2 for the 90s. And then I picked the Rockets for 1. You picked the Heat. The 2010. So 2010's on the board. Mm-hmm. We both got the Spurs. So that's 2 for the 2000s. And then we both picked the Bulls again. So that's 2 for the 90s. 90s trying to make a little run here. We both picked the Bulls again. That's 2 more for the 90s. And then I got the Bulls and you got the Warriors. And then we both picked the Lakers. Which Lakers is that? Which Lakers was that? That was the... Let me go down, scroll down. That was the last team of the 2000s. So we both picked that Lakers. So 2000s was 2 more points. Who got a calculator out? All right, let me go ahead and let me add this up real quick.
Yeah,
Rob already knows. He said 2000s for the win. This is what it's looking like.
Just go ahead and throw them out.
But I want to get the point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Write this down. 24 for the 90s.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 39 for the 2000s.
All right.
And then the 2010s.
You said 39, right?
39 for the 2000s. And 7 for the 2010s. So,
yeah, I messaged you on Twitter.
Once you break it down, the 2000s is the best era, like I said. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the 2000s dominating with 39 points. The 90s got 24. And the 2010s got a measly 7. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. My point is proven. Tony was a 90s guy, but Tony sees it now that we done broke it down. And I think he agrees that the 2000s is the best era of the NBA.
Yeah.
There we go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And there it is. So next week, I plan to break down the NFL 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, just like this. So we'll do, I guess, not all time Russian, but the Russian leaders for each year. I guess the quarterback leaders from the 90s and 2000s, and then that's a lot. Let's see. Wide receiver, running backs, quarterbacks. I guess we could do DBs. I guess we could do that because that's a skill player. should we leave it at that, or we'll do teams as well, Super Bowl teams as well?
Okay.
So 5 categories. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So next week we'll have the NFL ready. It should be another good one. 2010s. Hopefully, maybe you'll win in football because you definitely didn't win in basketball, buddy. It's a wrap in basketball. Yeah, it's done deal, man. And that's the show, man. Appreciate y'all coming through today. I hope y'all had a good one. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Tell people to watch it on. Tell your friends, man. Share the streams, people. YouTube, dopecontent.com, Twitch. Share the streams. Like, leave comments. Even if you watch it on Twitch, hit the like button on YouTube. Because YouTube is trying to shut me down right now. They not feeling me right now. But because they not pushing none of my content. They not pushing my shorts anymore or nothing. But leave, comments, like the video, share it. Let's keep it building, y'all. I'm trying to do some more. He said, yeah, they definitely shadow. Oh, facts. I already know. Because certain stuff that I'll post it that I know will hit is not hitting at all. They not even sharing it. And then like we'll go to another computer and it won't even pop up. Bruh. So yeah, I know what they doing, bro, but it is what it is. But keep sharing it, man. And we're steady trying to build a brand. We're working with the XFL this year. And now we're working with possibly the Rangers. I'm just waiting on the confirmation. And then we're gonna go from the Rangers to the Dallas Wings when the WNBA season starts. So it's coming, but I need help. I gotta keep showing numbers. The Power Rangers eat dick, Rob. Stop playing, Rob. Texas Rangers, fool. But yeah, man. The only way we can keep growing and trying to get these sponsors. I'm trying to work on getting tickets too. So if you're in the Metroplex, I can give you Rangers tickets and all that. I'm trying to work on that as well. But they got to see numbers. They got to see more numbers. They like what we're doing here, but they still got to see numbers. So like the stream, share the stream, buy merch, man. Dopecontent.com. We got to market. Replace your soap and stuff with the stuff that we're selling. I promise you'll like it. If you want a sample, you want us to test it out for you and send it to you, I'll do it. Just let me know. But you got anything you want to shout out, Tony?
Nah, I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. Thank you for always having me. Next Tuesday should be another fun show. And yeah, thanks for always having me, Dope. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you. You go ahead and go. I'm not gonna hold you on here. You can go ahead.
All right, peace out, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for the fun chats, and go 2000s.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all I can say.
2000s killing it. Yes, sir.
later.
Yeah, have a good one. So yes, sir. Appreciate Tony for joining once again, man. We had to get this done. With him. And yeah, appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. Y'all have a great one. Poetic Beauty, Rob, all y'all that come through, I appreciate you that come through and watch the sports podcast. Because I tell you all the time, this is like the hardest podcast for me to do, because we got to set up and we got to make sure we watch all of these different games and sports and trying to keep up with all that stuff. It's a lot. I still work and I still got side jobs on top of work. Like, hey, this is a lot to do. Setting up all this is a lot. So appreciate those that come and watch this, the sports podcast, man. Until next time, man, y'all be safe. And I am out. Bruh. Trying to get it, Rob. We trying to get it.